A nation is shaped by its leaders. The goals of good leadership should be service to humanity, but too often our leaders turn towards self-serving goals of money and power. When leaders betray and sacrifice their citizens repeatedly for 3 or 4 generations, a democratic society may begin to decay, then lose its way and descend into an authoritarian state, even when the vast majority of its citizens still believe in the ideals of their democracy. After kerosene, a flammable hydrocarbon oil, was found in the 1850s to be useful in lighting homes instead of candles, a mad rush began for control of petroleum, from which kerosene was distilled. In the infancy stages of petroleum exploration, drills were pounded into the ground in order to break through to oil pockets, which lay beneath the surface of the earth. Pennsylvania emerged as the first major petroleum-producing state, where oil rigs protruded from the countryside. A mad rush to strike oil ensued as thousands of men sought their fortunes in the lamp oil industry. In 1862, during the Civil War, an agricultural commodities distribution company from Cleveland, Ohio, Clark and Rockefeller, entered the oil refining business. After many oil wildcatters had successfully discovered oil, the glut of supply drove down the price of oil to the point where the wood slat barrels were worth more than the oil they held. Kerosene sold for less than it cost to extract crude oil from the earth. A group of refiners formed a cartel which began to regulate kerosene supply and crude oil production, and this benefited Clark and Rockefeller's Standard Works Company in dramatic fashion. Many oil drillers and refiners went bankrupt, and so Clark was willing to sell out to John D. Rockefeller in 1867. Rockefeller and his cartel of oil refiners, through Freemasonry connections, received secret financing from the Passeur banking syndicates via the National City Bank of Cleveland. Daniel Passeur was the highest of French nobility, having changed his name from Crown Prince Louis, son of Marie Antoinette and King Louis XVI. Their union was a marriage of Austrian and French aristocracy, but a rival banking syndicate out of Germany engineered the French Revolution of 1789 through the Freemasons and the Bavarian Illuminati. Prince Louis' parents lost their lives, but he retained their hidden fortune. After being smuggled out of France to a fortress on the Rhine, Louis arrived in England in 1804, protected by King George III, and was finally relocated to the United States. The royal paymaster of France, George Passeur, became George Bayshore and was given 600 acres in North Carolina by King George III. The prince bought gold mines through a trustee, including the Gold Hill Mining Company, and also began to finance and lease railroads with the advent of the steam engine. Passeur's Lancaster Railway, through the Alabama Mineral Company, financed